right, we're getting ready to leave on our Viking river cruise. We're going tomorrow. We have our baggage tickets ready to go. 5:30, I think, out of Logan. And it's our first river. It's going to be cold weather. I'm going to compile a review of the Viking river cruise. We're going down the Rhine. Stops along the way. Viking has tours every day, walking tours, most of them. So we did this, tried to do this as inexpensively as we could. So if you're watching this and wondering what it's going to be like to do the lower end cabin, which is what we did, we first booked a balcony cabin. But then the more we thought about it and more we looked into it on YouTube, the balconies are very small. When they put the ships on the docks, they actually stack their ships. And sometimes you actually have to walk through the other ships to get off. After learning that and realizing that the only time we'd really sit or use the balcony would be maybe in the morning when we're on the river, and we saved $2,000 by doing the lower level room. So they only have a window. They call it a swan view because when you look out the window, you're at water level and you might see a swan or a duck go by. That's what we did. We also only booked the excursions that are included. We still could add on some excursions as we go. So we're doing it as inexpensively as we can. We did the flights were included from Viking, although that was kind of a snafu too. We got our flights. I didn't really look at them very carefully. I just confirmed them, not realizing, or I just didn't look at them. And I just figured that they do this all the time, so they must line up the flights so that you can get there in plenty of time and get on the ship. However, a few weeks ago, I looked a little more carefully and realized that we didn't get into Basil, I don't know how you say it. I'll figure it out by the end of the video. We didn't get in there until almost 5 o'clock at night. Now the ship doesn't leave until 9 o'clock at night, but we felt like that was cutting it really close. We'd be in the airport at 5, and we have to transfer from the airport to the boat. And we'd miss a whole day, which was supposed to be part of the trip. So we called them. They did change it for us. However, we paid a fee to change it. And it was pretty steep. I want to say it was $700 each, so it's $1,400. But now we get a whole day. We get there in the morning. That's if everything goes off on time. As you all know, traveling these days can be a crapshoot, but we'll find out. So I'll be back tomorrow when we take off in Logan, and I'll try to document as much of the trip that makes sense for you to see it, so that way if you're watching this to find out whether or not you want to go on a Viking cruise, you can find out. I'll do some reviews of the food, the ship, the excursions, and so on. And that's that. There was nobody here. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Easy peasy. So we made it through the first leg of our trip from Boston to Frankfurt. Took us, 6.5 hours? Now we have a 3-hour layover before we go to Basel. So we're here at Frankfurt Airport, which is huge. Just as you leave customs area, that's where you'll find the Viking crew if you took the transfers through Viking. They're just up here on the left. So you take your own luggage to the bus, they load it on the bus, and then you won't see it again until you get in your room.
How's everybody?
Good.
Are you guys excited to get on board?
Yes.
Yes. Welcome to Basel, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Viking TIALFI. For your information, we're going to take your suitcases straight to your rooms, so you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you need is your passport for check-in at the reception desk. We are working on getting your rooms ready. Today is our turnaround day. The other guests are just leaving, you guys are coming, so your rooms might not be ready yet, but the good news is that shortly, in half an hour, lunch will be ready. So you can come on board, you can check in, you can have a coffee, you can relax up in the lounge, then you can have lunch. Lunch is from 12 until 3 o'clock, it's 11:30 right now. If you are wanting to stretch your legs a little bit and you want to see a little bit of Basel, the center of Basel is that direction, we will be having a walking tour at 1:30 and at 3:30 where we take you by bus to the center with a guide, walk you around a bit so you get to see some of Basel and then come back. The best way to get over your jet lag is not to go to sleep but to stay awake until this evening. At 6 o'clock we have a briefing, which is important. Life on board, safety, security, followed by dinner. And we leave tonight from Basel at 8 p.m. So you're free to walk off and on whenever you like. Let's get you on the ship. By the way, we've got some stairs going down the ship over there, but those are a bit slippery. It's misty today, so it's better if I take you down this way. So just follow me to the ship, okay? Okay. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Elevator.
Good morning, welcome aboard. Good morning, my lady, welcome aboard. I'm your hotel manager. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good morning,
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Fitzgerald, your stateroom number is 107. Let me take a look if your room is ready. So your stateroom is not ready at the moment. So for now on, we invite you to accommodate yourself in the lounge. One backup, if you have a difficulty with the walk, you're going to take the elevator on the right hand side. So at 12 o'clock, the lunch will be served in our main restaurant, only one restaurant behind the steps.
We will do it in the evening.
In the evening,
yes. I will point you who is the person.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, come on board.
So the lounge area is just one quick flight of stairs from the reception area. This area is just outside the lounge area. It's called the library. So we made it to Basel and we are on the boat. We're here as one of the first people getting on the ship. We're going to have some coffee and then they're going to be serving lunch. So good timing, good timing. So this is the first lunch. Thank you. So gluten-free options were limited, but there was some. With the rice, the curry chicken rice. Of course, salad is always gluten-free, unless it has croutons on it. And he said that you can have the soup without the pasta. Oh, it's not warm. It's just a chunk of bread. That's not what I thought it would be. Yeah. So here's our room. Again, we got the least expensive room, which is the Swan room. And then these are the headsets that you use for the tours. There's a safe. I'm not going to give you a big tour of the room because there's plenty of YouTube videos that can do that. I'll just give you a quick little video of the room. And we haven't unpacked yet, so we're going to unpack. And we're going to head out for the first tour in Basel. So we're waiting for the first walking tour. We're going into Basel, taking a bus in, and then we'll have a walking tour of downtown. Good morning. Good afternoon, I guess.
You want to sit here?
Sure.
Okay.
You get a nice view. And you get this.
Snacks.
The Snicker snacks.
I'm going to be your city guide for this afternoon. Also, a warm welcome from Jens,
Yes.
our bus driver. Yes, ma'am. He's going to take care of us. So, what is going to happen? We're going to drive into town. It's about a 10-12 minute drive, and then well, he's laughing. I tell you why Jens is laughing. People, we have to be a little bit flexible. So then we're gonna get off the bus, and then we're gonna discover the city together. We're gonna stroll around into the city. We're gonna hang around. It's about a 2-hour walk. One important thing, people. If you only pay attention once this afternoon, then please let it be now. If you want to come back by bus to the ship, you have to be at 3:45 the bus stop. Please, people, keep in mind, this is a free country, and thank God. You can do whatever you want. No, please, you don't have to stay with me. You can discover the city on your own. You can go to a museum. You can go sit on a terrace, have yourself a nice beer. You can do whatever you want. You can also walk back to the ship. I will later show you how you can do that. Of these cantons has its own cultural identity, like in the United States. I guess Illinois is a bit different than, I don't know, Texas or Montana, right? Or New York. How should I rephrase this? Yeah, you cannot get higher upper class. I don't know whether that's correct English, but you understand. This is the highest upper class area of Basel.
So we're in Basel, and there is some sort of fair going on, which just seems kind of crazy. Yeah. Just seems a little crazy. So we just got the best chocolate. So good. I'm gonna try another one. I don't remember. So we ditched the tour and we're walking back to our boat, which is actually right there. We think we're going to get back before the tour. Let me flip this around. Oh, right, salted caramel. They didn't make it back to the boat. Oh well. So we found this place, a little coffee shop. And it's a walking distance to where the boat is docked in Basel. Or Basil. Actually, Basil, right? That's what we figured out. That's how they say it, Basil. So, from where the boat is docked, virtually a 2-minute walk across the street, a little coffee shop that had all sorts of gluten-free options. Janet got 2 pieces to take back to the boat. She tried the first one, and then as we were sitting there having coffee, they put 3 new ones out. So we got a piece of the chocolate one, because we don't know how much more gluten-free stuff we'll find along the way. But we get these, and there's a refrigerator in the room, so we can put it in the fridge. You can have it tomorrow or next day or whatever. So that's where the boat is. And that's where the coffee shop is. So just to show you where our room is, go down the stairs. And we are at 107, which is a little less than halfway down. You go in, put your key card in down there, and all the lights come back on. So they post the menu every night just outside the dining room. You also get a copy. No, you don't get a copy in the room, so you have to go to the front of the dining room to see the menu. Now, what they told us is that the waiters would be able to tell us what Janet could get as far as gluten-free, but also items are marked as such. What we did notice is the dinners would be marked, but the regional specials would not be marked.
I had so much fun. But you know what? And I said, what? And she told me, my fridge, unfortunately, it wasn't, and we checked her fridge after she left. Guess what? It wasn't plugged in. So could we have done...
All right, so we got to do our muster stations. They're going to be sounding an alarm very soon. Here we are in our room, life preserver on, ready to go. There it goes. That 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was the general emergency signal. 7 short blasts followed by 1 long blast. Please proceed now to your muster stations.
Here we go.
Life jackets properly.
103. Kami number
107.
107.
116.
Hey. That's funny.
You know what Jan said? She goes, it's going to be so cold.
So that was the end of day 1. We hadn't slept for 36 plus hours. I actually think it was closer to 40 hours. So no more video of the day. See you tomorrow. I should release day 2 soon.